Hey everybody, it's David Humes, founder of Black Belt Productivity Training, where we teach you how to get a black belt in time management. In this video, I'm going to show you how to have an empty email inbox at the end of each day. I teach three main modules or parts for getting to and staying at zero or Z number of emails in your inbox. Number one is 6 major key points. Number 2, mastering the 6 Ds for handling the tsunami of email. Absolutely essential if you want to get a handle on your email inbox. And part 3, automation, allowing Outlook to automatically file, store, and organize your email for you. Extremely powerful and equally as vital if you want to get to and stay at zero on a consistent basis. Key point number 1 begins with a question. Here's the question. What is your comfort zone maximum number of emails to have or maintain in your email inbox? You know the number. Everybody has one. Very similar to a thermostat. If it gets too hot, air conditioning kicks in, right? If it gets too cold, the heater turns on to keep you in a certain comfort zone range of temperature. Well, we all have a number for our email. When it gets to that number, we freak out a little bit, stress goes up, and we do everything in our power to reduce that number to relieve the stress. So what's that number for you? Is it 100, 500, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000? I do training for businesses all throughout the United States and Canada. And I recently did some training for Capital One Bank. And one of the attendees told me that he had over 16,000 emails in his inbox. Way beyond my comfort zone level. Right now my comfort zone number is 0, but it wasn't always 0. So I'm going to suggest that be a goal for you, 0. Now I know if you're in Canada, you don't have the number 0, you call it Z. So Z for you folks in Canada. My goal for you is 0 or Z. Your email inbox should look like this at the end of each day if you're using Outlook. Empty at the end of each day. I know throughout the day there might be some kind of hanging out in there before you need to do something with it or in between tasks or whatever. But at the end of the day, it should definitely be empty. And here's why. Think about your physical mailbox for a moment. When you go check to see if you have any mail, do you pull out all of the mail, quickly go through it, and then stuff half of it back in the box? Most people don't do that. If they did do that, what would happen? Starts building up after a while, doesn't it? And before too long, you'll find yourself buried in mail. Same thing happens with email. You're going to be buried in email if you don't follow the next major key point number 1, underline, bold, italic, red flashing text, this one. Your inbox is a collection device, not a storage device. Your inbox is a collection device, not a storage device. So treat it as such, just like your physical mailbox out in the front of your house, condo, apartment, wherever you happen to live. Major key point number 6, turn off all alerts. The sound alert, mouse cursor, envelope icon, new mail desktop alert. You don't need those anymore with this new strategy. When you hit F9 to check your email, when you're ready to check your email, you know you're getting email, so you don't need these alerts. They're just distractions that you don't need. So let's turn them off right now, shall we? To turn off those pesky alerts, go to Tools, Options, click on Email Options, and then click on Advanced Email Options. Right in the middle there. When new items arrive in my inbox, play a sound. Briefly change the cursor, mouse cursor, no. Show an envelope icon, no. Display new. Turn all those off, and then click OK, 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 and you will no longer have to worry about any of those alerts. Now, if you want an alert to pop up for an important boss, customer, client, whatever, I'm going to show you how to do that for just those special people when we talk about automation. So there you have part 1, 6 major key points. In the next video, I'm going to cover mastering the 6 Ds for handling the tsunami of email. The third D is delay it or schedule it on your calendar. Let's say this email came in and it's going to take longer than 2 minutes and I don't have the time to do it now. But I want to get it out of my inbox. So what do? I drag it to the calendar folder and it'll make a new appointment automatically when I do that. Very cool. Make sure you can see the calendar. That's why I recommend working from the folder list view. So I'm going to drag the email to the calendar. I let go of the mouse when it's highlighted and it opens up a new appointment. Automatically puts all the content of the email inside the appointment. Very cool. So I don't have time today, but maybe Friday I do. So I click on that date. And what time did I say? 10 a.m. Okay, so I'll put time 10 a.m. And if I want a reminder, I can have a reminder here of 0 minutes before. So right on the dot, I'm going to get a reminder. And save and close. Now that's going to show up on my calendar and I'm going to get a reminder. Very cool. But the email is still in my inbox, so I have to delete it, or if I want to drag it to processed, I can. There's another really great technique for moving an email into a calendar appointment rather than copying it and then having to go back and delete the email in your inbox. Unless you want to store that email as a backup or whatever, but it's kind of redundant. You don't really need it. So how do you do that? Instead of left clicking and dragging, you right click and drag, assuming you have a mouse that has a left side and a right side that you can click. They're different purposes. So you right click on the email, hold down the right side of the mouse, and then drag that to the calendar. And then when you let go of the right side of the mouse, you get a drop down menu. Very cool. And what is the last option here? Number 4? Well, cancels the last option. So the 4th option is move here as appointment with attachment. That's going to delete it out of your inbox. That's what you want. Sometimes, not always, but in this case, we're going to do that. So click and with the left side of the mouse. What did it do? It just converted the email into an appointment by attaching the email inside of the appointment. If I click on this icon right here, there it is. That's the email that's now an attachment inside of the appointment. If I want to check out the email for whatever reason, double click on it. That'll open it up. There's my original email. I can copy text or whatever you normally do inside of an email. Close it. Just like any other appointment, what time do I want this appointment to take place? Maybe 10:30 a.m. on Friday. Do I want an alarm set? Yeah, maybe 5 minutes ahead of time. I save and close, and now the email is gone. It's out of my inbox, and all this does is save an extra step of having to delete it after I copy it to the calendar. So left click drag copies it but leaves the original in your inbox. Right click drag gives you that drop down menu so you can choose move and that will delete it out of your inbox all in one step, saving you one extra step. In this video, part 3, we're going to cover automation. Using Outlook to automatically file, store, and organize your email. Extremely powerful. Automation in Outlook is performed using something called rules. Rules are instructions you give Outlook to automatically process or filter your email. Rules is like having the ultimate employee. Rules work for free, 24/7, never call in sick, don't have marital problems, family problems, drug or alcohol problems. They're always there working for you in the background. You don't have to pay a monthly subscription fee. You own it, provided you own Outlook. The ultimate in delegation automation. FYI, to find where rules are, you can always go to the Tools menu, click on Tools, and go down to Rules and Alerts. Click on Rules and Alerts, and that's how you're going to get to the main Rules and Alerts window where you can add new rules, duplicate or copy existing rules and make changes, delete rules, turn rules on or off, or reorder rules. The order is very important because the rules are executed in the order they appear in this list. To move them up or down, just click on the rule and then use these up and down arrow buttons to move them up and down in the list. So if you've ever tried to create a rule and it doesn't work for some reason, maybe that's why. Maybe you got to check the order. Some other rule might have overridden some of the things you're trying to do before it got to that rule. So very important. They execute in the order they appear in the list. So what can you use rules for? Well, for example, you can use rules to notify you when an important email arrives, like a boss, customer, client, hot prospect. Now, in video part 1, the 6 major key points, we talked about turning off those annoying alerts because they interrupt your flow, your ability to focus. You want to turn the global alerts off, but maybe you want to be alerted when it's from an important person, boss, customer, client, or hot prospect. The easiest way to create a new rule is, once that email has arrived in your inbox and you want to create a rule based on that email address, right-click on that email. You right-click on the email, go down and select Create Rule. Create Rule. You're going to get the Create Rule dialog box, which makes it super easy because it already has the email address where it's from. And just click the box here. So any email I get from that address and or subject contains, you can put a keyword in here if you want, or sentence, whatever. Do what? Display in the new item alert window. Maybe, yeah, this is an important customer, client, boss, whatever. And or play a selected sound. That's all I have to do, and click OK, and I just made a rule. Very simple. Anything I receive from that point on, from this address, I want to see the new item alert window and a sound. So click OK and run it now or not. So we'll go ahead and run it now, and it should show us the alert and make a sound. Made a sound. And here's the new item alert window. So I can double click on it to open it or just close this window. But I've been alerted. Simple.